Hi guys, Ladymair reads. I hope it's lovely and sunny wherever you are. Anyway, I want to talk about my top favourite series. My top 10 series. And I have worked this out to a T. And no, not all of them are finished. I don't fucking care. These aren't finished series. But I also know, even when they do get finished, they are going to be a fucking banger. My one rule is, there has to be at least 2 or more books I have read in this series for it to count. Which it does. So, without further ado, number 10, Codex Alera. A brand new series for me. Has its faults. It definitely has its criticisms. Mainly in the early series, there are some leaning towards like essay going on, but he does move away from that. Like Butcher does. He seems to have listened and learned and realised, let's not do that, which is great. But he does lean a bit like, not the best idea. But saying that, the later books, these series as a whole, the characters and their Tavi and fucking Kitai, Tavi and Kitai, man, they fucking amazing shit. That series, I read it, 6 books on audio. It possessed me. I read it in like 2 weeks. In 2 fucking weeks. I kid you not. The best. The fucking best. One of the best. Highly recommend it. Number 9. Miss Percy's Pocket Guide series. There's 2 of them. There's Miss Percy's Pocket Guide to Care and Feeding of British Dragons. And then there's Miss Percy's Pocket Guide to something travel malls in Wales. I know, it's a lot. It is a lot. But they're cozy, they're whimsical. I have a feeling if you like Terry Pratchett, you probably like this. If you like cozy, you like this. If you don't like cozy, you like dragons, you'll probably like this. Right? Because there is a plot going on. It's not just like cozy and nothing happens. No, there's a plot going on. Somebody wants to come and steal all these new dragon eggs, and they're trying to stop it, but they don't know about dragons. See, dragons is a new thing that's happened in the world. Yes, it's set in England. It's a new thing. So, but it's so nice. There's a tiny little romance. Even if you're like against romance like me, I think you'd like this. It's very small, but it's so cute. It's so lovely. It's so bumbly and so awkward. It's amazing. Number 8, Powder Mage. Is that surprising to be? No. Fucking Tamas, man. Tamas, Tanya Two Shot, Capole, fucking Capole. Like, Powder Mage series. Yes, bitch. Yes to fucking everything. It's like Sharp. Like the TV series Sharp, but better. And the magic system is amazing. But also what happens, like there's gods, the world, there's war going on, there's betrayals, there's just everything you could want. Dethroning kings, murdering nobles. Like, what sold me on this series was, I picked it up, I remember where I was. I know the exact Waterstones I was. I was in Maidstone, and there was Waterstones in there. And I was like, I picked this book up. I was like, I like that kind of look of the cover. Bear in mind, there's Tamas on the cover. An old man can look fucking hot as fuck. It was Tamas on the cover. And the quotation was, "The age of kings is over, and I have killed it." Of course I wanted to know fucking more. Yes, bitch. Absolutely amazing. So if that sounds up your street, just trust my recommendations. My recommendations are good fucking shit. Go read this shit. Right, number 7, The Locked Tomb. I know it's not finished, but I've read the first 3 books multiple times. It's tripping. It's fucking amazing. And yet the world, the character, the voice, the narrator, oh my, everything kind of clicks. You think you know what you're doing, but hang on a minute, no, everything you thought you did, you were wrong. And you're like, the cleverness of Tamsin Muir does. In their series, you were just thrust into this like sci-fi world and expected to kind of go to fumble, and you just have to keep up, and you do keep up, and it's amazing. But all the characters are so well developed, everything that's hello, it's good fucking shit, guys. It's really good. I don't care what people. I mean, it is a bit of a Marmite book, so you either love it or you hate it. And if you don't like not knowing what the fuck is going on, don't read it. But also give it a try, because I've never read anything like it. It was so clever. So cleverly done. It's Mistborn. And then everything that went on in Mistborn, and including Era 2 as well, because Wax and Wayne. But the ending of Mistborn, everything just sort of, like, book 2 was a bit of a slog. Well, slightly, but, you know, book 1 was really, really well done. I loved how that all came together. And then the ending, oh, fucking hell. I remember because I like playing with my pages, and I flicked and I saw a spoiler, and it was a major one, and I went, no, and I was crying till I got to the spoiler. I wasn't that far up to it, but I was like, fuck, yeah, that was a proper heroes book. Fucking love that shit. 5 is the Tide Child series. Book 1 is the weakest, and I found this with the author. He spends a lot of time on setting up the world in book 1, but then when book 2 and 3 hit, they really fucking nailed out the park, man. I cried. It's the found family moments. The absolute found family moments. Found family is my fucking drug. I will devour that shit. And the ending, and the, I think you say Guillemine. Don't fucking know how to pronounce that word. And I did this last book on audio, but I can't remember. But there's sea dragons. There is ships made out of bones. Dragon bones to be specific. I think. Am I getting that mixed up with Realm of the Elderlings? Everything about the Fan family and how it's a matriarchal world and how that works and what like the pirates do for each other. Like when you've hit rock bottom, they basically send you on like these dead man ships, and you are crewing these dead man ships, and you can't leave. You're there till you. That's basically saying you're dead. You are gone, dead. And the main character starts off at rock bottom as a proper drunk on these ships, and then Mayas arrives. Captain Mayas. Mies? Might be Mies. Oh, all the characters, how everything they go through, the trauma they suffered, the injuries, how they always bring each other closer, I fucking love this shit. Obviously, Lord of the Rings. Obviously, Lord of the Rings. It has a special place in my heart. I can't not. I reread it multiple times a year. When I'm sad, I reread it. When I'm happy, I want to reread it. When I hear a quote, I'm like, oh, let's rewatch the films. It's just there constantly. I am Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings is me. I'm a hobbit. I would happily read a book about somebody just vibing in the Shire. I literally would. I would watch the film like that as well. Not the fucking Rings of Power shit they've got going on, but the actual fucking film of just the Hobbit. Just the Hobbit. And now we have a little cat who's going to come and bug me. But anyway, number 3, Faith and Fallen. John Gwynne. Everything John Gwynne, man. John fucking Gwynne. One of my all-time favourite authors. John, the Fan family and the journey everything went on in the Faith and Fallen. Like, it possessed me when I started reading that. I did struggle with Mair Alys, but I'd heard to push through to like the 200, like the last 100 pages. And once I hit that last mark, I was in for the win. And then I just devoured everything else. Obviously, number 2 is going to be Stormlight, because again, possessed me. I read the first 3 books within 2 weeks. Physically reading, right? I know. It surprised me. I just couldn't stop. It was that good. I just, from the moment I read the first prelude, I was like, this is interesting. And this was my start on Sanderson. If you can guess, top series ever, Realm of the Elderlings. I was quite young when I started this journey, and I started with the last series, so the last 2 are out. So I picked up the book 1, which is Fool's Assassin, and loved it. Fucking, oh, cat, your claws, mate. Loved it. Absolutely loved the shit out of it. And I never looked back. There were spoilers from the other, so I kind of read it. So I read the first 2, Fool's Assassin and Fool's Breast first. Then I went back and did Fitz's stories in order. And then I got to Assassin's Fate, and it took me, I kid you not, over a year to read it, because I was so scared and traumatized that I'd read it in little chunks, and I was like, I don't want it to end, but I don't want it to end how I think it's going to end. And it did end how I thought it was going to end, and it was the best ending ever. But the tears, absolute tears. But they are my top 10 series I might have to go care for this fucking cat. But let me know what your top 10 series are. These might change as things go on. Like, when more books from the Hierarchy series come, you bet your bottom dollar that's going high up there. But, at the moment, that's my top favourite series. Let me know what yours are, and I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.